A girl once asked her grandmother, "Grandma, how do you know what your purpose in life is?" Grandmother silently takes the girl by the hand and leads her to a frog sitting on a lily pad in a pond. "Dear little one, see this frog? Does he have to think about what his purpose is before he sits in the sun to warm himself, or when he swims with delight with his friend? Does he think about being patient and working hard for the next meal as he awaits a passing fly?" The girl responds, "I guess he just does those things naturally, Grandma." True, the animals and birds go by their instincts and they do things naturally. However, we human beings are not so. We are different. We are created for a purpose and we exist for a reason. We don't just do things, we do everything with a reason. Have you seen the children in their early years? When someone asks them to do something, they keep asking why, why, why. Now that you are grown up, do you ever ask why you are doing something that you are doing? You do many things from the time you wake up till you go to bed. But do you ever ask why you are doing a particular thing? The reason is simple. When we don't know why we are doing what we are doing, we are not sure what we want from that action. Because behind every action, there is a motivating desire, and it is important to know what is that motivating desire so that we don't expect a wrong outcome and get disappointed in life. Why do you think many people change their careers today? I guess people choose careers according to the trend of the time and not according to the nature or their personality interest and aptitude. For example, in 70s everybody wanted to become a doctor because medicine brought in money. In 80s everybody wanted to be an engineer. In 90s the IT boom started and so everyone wanted to be an IT graduate. Today I guess everybody wants to have an MBA. The problem is when we choose a career according to the trend of the time, we are never satisfied. There is no job satisfaction and therefore we keep jumping from one job to another. To have a job satisfaction, there has to be a personality job fit. Namely, it has to suit your personality type, which brings together your interest and talent. That is where you will thrive and will be happy. Often in life, we are not failures, but we do not know the purpose of what we are doing. When we do not know what we want, we end up making wrong choices. Ask yourself today, are you satisfied with your job? Are you enjoying your studies? Are you happy in your career? Referring to purpose in life, I'm reminded of what Mark Twain once said. He said, "The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why." True, the day you discover why you are born is a great day of your life because all of us are made for a purpose. God did not make a mistake in creating you. Who you are is an intricate part of His purpose. God has a wonderful plan for our life, says Prophet Jeremiah in chapter 29:11. However, we need to discover the purpose of our life hidden deep within us. Because if you do not know where you are going, in vain do you wander here on earth. Knowing why am I here and what is the ultimate goal of my life is important for everyone. Practically all religions believe the ultimate purpose of their life is eternal happiness, to be infinite and to gain ultimate knowledge. Christians believe the ultimate purpose of their life is to see God face to face, to live in the presence of God forever. In fact, we are already infinite beings. We have infinite possibilities and we are limitless persons. The only problem with us is we are ignorant of the fact that we are infinite and that we are made for everlasting happiness. The ignorance makes us to look for happiness in the finite things of this world. We run after the things of this life. We crave for popularity and fame. We amass wealth. We look for success and for achievement. In the process, we develop attachment to things and people, believing they can satisfy our desire or our thirst. The more we crave, the more we are restless. Hence, we are constantly in bondage. We are bound to the finite things of this life. We may be busy, we may be very efficient, but we become effective only when we have the end in mind. That is where Henry Nouwen said, "A vision without a task is a dream. A task without a vision is a drudgery. But a vision and a task are the hope of the world." Have you ever wondered who are the so-called winners? These are the men and women who had a dream. They followed their dream passionately. They married to their dream and persevered. They pushed open the door of failure and saw success. They knew when God chooses one door, He opens another. And when He closes that door, He opens a window elsewhere. And they looked for that window. To discover the purpose of your life, you need to first grow in self-awareness. Ask yourself today, is there a goal in your life that you are ready to die for? If not, then know that you are dead this very day, because life energy awakens only when a goal is found for which you can die laughing. And therefore, the best way to live your life is when you were born, you cried whereas the world rejoiced. Live in such a way that when you die, the world cries whereas you rejoice. Pay attention to the statement Jesus made in the Gospel of Luke chapter 12 verse 49. He said, "I came to throw fire on the earth, and how I wish it were already kindled." It is indeed a radical statement that Jesus ever made. This statement spelled out the very purpose of His life. He seemed to have said He came to transform the world with His new teachings and with His presence. And He did. Driven by the Abba experience, Jesus went about creating a revelation of love in the world. He lived for this purpose, worked for this purpose, suffered for this purpose, and finally died for this purpose. Inspired by Jesus' way of life, when the two disciples who followed Him, He asked them, "What do you want and what are you looking for?" He told them to become aware of their life purpose before becoming His followers. Gospel of John chapter 1 verses 35 to 42. Because there is a direct connection between your desire and your behavior. Ask yourself today, what do you want from this life? If you have taken up some studies, ask yourself, why are you doing this? 10 years from now, where will you be and what will you be? Remember, what lies before us and what lies behind us are small matters compared to what lies within us. And when we bring out what is within into the world, miracles happen, said Henry David Thoreau.